This week marks 6 months since the violent attack and death of 16-year-old Preston Lord. He was beaten outside of a Halloween party in Queen Creek.
Now, several teenagers have since been arrested and charged in his death. The community demanding answers, and they want something done about the Gilbert Goons. This is a group now accused of other violent attacks.
12 News journalist Justin Pizzera joining us live outside a courthouse this morning in downtown Phoenix, where attorneys for several of the suspects will be there in court this morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. That pretrial conference is expected to start in about 2 hours. Another thing that we're waiting for is to hear from Gilbert police on whether or not they're going to classify the Gilbert Goons as a criminal street gang. They announced in January that they'd be exploring that option. I want to bring in David Carlson live with us this morning. He is a gang expert, a former LA County Sheriff's detective. You testify here in court frequently. Thanks for joining us. I want to ask you first off, why giving the Goons that label? Why is that important?
Giving them the Goon?
Yeah, the Goons, that criminal street gang.
Why is that important? Well, I think they called themselves the Gilbert Goons, didn't they? I don't think the police did. I think they gave themselves that title.
So giving them that specific title, why would the police be looking at that, though, to give them that specific title? Does it mean something in court, to the public?
As a street gang, calling them a street gang? Well, it could be to bolster their case. People are tired of the gang situation, Bloods, Crips, Mexican Mafia, Aryan Brotherhood. And so labeling them a gang could influence their case.
We talked yesterday before this interview, and you brought up something interesting, that the Goons actually don't operate as a typical gang per se, especially something that you would see maybe in Phoenix or especially in Los Angeles.
Usually gangs have an identifiable leader, a structure. I don't see this in the Gilbert Goons. There's no structure. I think they just run amok. I think they just do their own thing, and there really is no structure for them.
You're saying that they don't have any gang colors, there's no gang signs?
Colors, attire, they don't have anything like that. And not only that, I usually see a history. They don't have that. Gangs will follow a moral code, their own little code. I don't see a code here. Do I see them having a history? No, or a future? I don't even see that. They come from a wealthy neighborhood. Their plans were probably going off to college. They're going to be split up. I don't see that in a typical gang.
A very different dynamic from what you normally see.
Very.
Thank you, David, for joining us. Of course, these attorneys will be in court later this morning. The suspects are not expected to be in court. Some of them are expected to be in court sometime in May. But for now, guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio.